So, 5 things I hate about my SNZH57. This is a really great watch at a really good price. Again, I paid $150 for this watch off of Amazon.com. You know, it really can't be beat for that price. It is a fantastic watch. However, there are a few things about the watch that if I could, I would change, or I could live with the flaws at this price. It's not really that big of a deal. However, there are a few things that I'd like to discuss. First and foremost, the biggest problem I have with this watch is the non-screw down crown. I know that Seiko 5s, a lot of Seiko 5s, basically all Seiko 5s, suffer from this. And, you know, it's not signed, that's fine. Again, for the price, I completely understand that. However, when a watch looks like this, it really should have a screw down crown. You can go swimming with this watch. It has 100 meters water resistance. That is fine. And also it has a display back. However, number two, I actually don't care for the display back on this watch. It's not really that great of a movement to look at. And I would prefer that the case back was solid. And I would, you know, with a screw down crown, then I would be able to go 200 meters, maybe something similar, a water resistance rating as the SKX. Maybe it could be ISO certified. That would make this watch obviously way more expensive probably. But I like the way this watch looks so much that if it had those both options and it cost as much as an SKX, I would pay that price. If it was $250 on secondary markets, you know, like gray market from Amazon or something like that, I would definitely pay that price for this watch with a closed case back and screw down crown. Next, I think the other issue I have with this, number 3, would be the press clasp. Entire thing is pressed. There's no diver's extension, obviously. And again, at this price, it's definitely forgivable. However, I feel like Seiko can do a little bit better than this. It's not terrible, but you know, it's just a little pick. I'm just picking, that's all. And of course, the fact that when you pull out the crown, the movement does not hack, it does not hand wind. So you always have to wind the watch, you know, hand wind the watch by moving it. So that is a little bit of a pain. But other than that, it's not that bad. And last, I think the smallest qualm I have with this watch is that it looks so similar to the Blancpain 50 Fathoms. Now, normally I would say that's very much not a bad thing. However, I really do prefer an original design, and the fact that this watch looks so much like that watch, they even went as far to put an acrylic bezel on it, so or is it hard Lex, I believe, so that it looks very similar to that watch, without being a copy, of course, but you know, it's so close that it is almost, it could be mistaken for one on your wrist, and someone would say, hey, oh, you have a Blancpain, and no, it's a Seiko 5, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's an amazing watch, and I love wearing it. But I don't really care for homage watches, so you know, that's a little bit of a pick, but really I could live with that, and I really like this watch, and that doesn't really matter that much. And that's kind of a stretch, I agree. So those are my 5 reasons right there. But tell me what you think of this watch. I've been wearing it for a few weeks now. I've had it for maybe 2 months. I've been wearing it on and off in between other watches, and I really love this watch. I get a lot of compliments on it. It's you know, that gilt dial, I think, and the bezel. It's really kind of flashy, but at the same time, it's really kind of subdued at the same time. It's just it's a perfect size. It's just a really nice watch. Anyway, please like, subscribe, hit that bell icon, add a comment. It's really appreciated, very helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks.